council and the mayor put forth the proposal to put out cameras, surveillance cameras in 4 city parks: Cal Anderson, Victor Steinbreck, Occidental, and Hing. At this point, we're in a holding period. We know the cameras are going to go up. We know that people will be subjected to being watched by these cameras. You'd think in a free and open democracy, we shouldn't have to be recorded.
I mean, it's just creepy to know that, they're very high-powered cameras, they can zoom in and they can really watch what you're doing, and it just doesn't seem necessary. There are a lot of other ways to deal with any suspected crime.
So if you think of community policing or having better lighting, those are much better solutions than having a watchful eye that records everything but can't assist you.
We were very upset about it. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's really intrusive, and there's been no showing that it decreases crime at all. In fact, it makes people feel uncomfortable.
I'm Paul, and this is my camera head project. It's very much in response to all the security cameras that are going up everywhere that really don't seem to be doing too much. They don't really prevent anything from happening, and anything that has happened, they haven't really caught anybody with it. So really the response to that is just keep adding more and more and more and more. And where does all that stop? I don't care if people agree with me or not, but just bring it up for discussion. Contact all the city council and tell me for or against it, either way, but just at least have the discussions.
The cameras don't record only criminal activity. They primarily record innocent activities of people hanging out in the park. And that's not a subject that should be there for government surveillance.
No, actually, I do mind the cameras. I don't know. They bug me. It's just that uncomfortable feeling, You're being watched, and like somebody's just waiting for you to slip up so they can, get you in trouble. If anything, it just makes me feel trapped.
The question should be, why should we be having cameras? And there doesn't seem to be a real answer to, a real problem that needs to be addressed to justify that intrusion.
Study after study has shown that cameras aren't actually effective. That violent crime, for instance, I believe it's in California, I think it was Los Angeles, violent crime rates didn't change. And often, at the most, if the crime goes down, it's within the view of the camera because somebody sees the camera and they just move 100 yards, 300 feet, etc., away from the camera. And so while within the immediate vicinity of the camera, crime rates may change, if you look at it in the broader picture, you just see that the crime has moved. There was a lot of discussion around having the cameras to increase safety. And something that Seattleites really should consider is, because this has to deal with tax dollars and the funding of these cameras, is, are they effective? You have to think of it in the bigger picture. It's a matter of thinking, where does this move us towards in terms of surveillance? And often we talk about, surveillance society, and you think of George Orwell in 1984, and, are we getting there? The question becomes, when do we say enough is enough? And, say, I think video surveillance cameras is really the first place where we have to say, what, this is not effective, and it's more threatening to our civil liberties than really we have any grounds for.
Delivered by keepers of secrets to each and every state, red or blue. The architecture of torture, building walls, watching you.